A strong work ethic is an important part of being successful in a career. Work ethic is a set of values based on the ideals of discipline and hard work. Forming good habits such as focusing, staying motivated, finishing tasks immediately, and more helps to create a good work ethic that can impress employers. In this lesson, we will learn that ethics are fundamentally the modus operandi of activity and any work or task where one keeps in mind the synergy and harmony of co-workers involved in an organization, which simply imply one's demeanor with respect to others and towards work. With a positive work ethic, individuals can become more focused and responsible regarding their work. The individual can also cultivate a sense of achievement, and this too has positive effects on career development and also on the culture and productivity within the enterprise. What is work? Work is an exertion or effort directed to produce or accomplish something, either labor, toil. It is also a productive or operative activity. Another definition of work is to be employed, especially as a means of earning one's livelihood.
The Bible account of creation has God working to form the world. Work wasn't a necessary evil, but God worked for the sheer joy of it. Then God created Adam and Eve and created them in His own image. And part of that image is the image of a worker. God put Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, the perfect world as this was meant to be. And then God gave them work to do. He asked them to work and care for the Garden of Eden, and also to name and rule over the animals and birds. Saint Thomas Aquinas is known for writing commentaries examining the principles of natural philosophy exposed in Aristotle's writings on the heavens, meteorology, on generation and corruption, on the soul, Nicomachean ethics and metaphysics, among others. Thomas Aquinas enumerates 4 purposes of work in his treatise entitled Summa Theologica. 1. It provides for one day's daily livelihood. 2. It prevents idleness, which is a source of any evils. 3. It curbs the rebellious flesh. And number 4, it enables man to give aims for his material surplus.
The human perspective of work. As human beings, work defined us as who we are and what our standing in the society is. We engage in work to satisfy our needs. On the societal scale, work organizes societies by often creating social structures and classes. A strong work ethic leads to consistent, higher productivity. Without any prodding that many require to stay on track, individuals with a good work ethic are very productive and works at a faster pace. They regularly accomplish work quickly than those who lack work ethic, for it is not in their nature to quit until the work which they are tasked is completed. Cooperative work understands the usefulness of cooperation. For example is teamwork. They often put an extensive amount of effort into working well with others, which makes them highly beneficial in a business entity. This is how one could develop a good work ethic. The first step is to be professional about your work. Professionalism includes one's values, attitude, and demeanor. Respect others and develop a reputation for having integrity, meaning honesty, fairness, and consistency in what you do and say. To develop integrity, one can act the same when people are not watching you. Perform consistently at the same level of quality. Be conscientious, be honest in all things.
The second important step in developing a good work ethic is to manage your time. First one, know your strengths and weaknesses. Second, set yourself deadlines for delivering even small tasks. Don't waste time by doing stuff that is not important. Third, prioritize and complete tasks immediately. Fourth, avoid procrastination. And lastly, avoid negative talk and gossip. Associate with ambitious, hardworking people and soon count yourself amongst them. The third step will be keeping a balance and deliver consistent high performance work. Do sport, sleep well, and socialize. Earn sleep by working hard on one's goals in the day. A good work ethic is understanding how to take care of with decent sleep and eating nutritiously. Taking time to relax and recharge while keeping priorities clear helps maintain a good perspective of work.
The first and last step is developing good work. First is to create and learn habits. Work smarter, not harder. Second is the do it now habit. Never live till tomorrow what can be accomplished today. Third is the do it right habit. A disciplined habit makes a difference in the long term. Lastly, the other good habits. Concentration is the ability to stay on a task until it is completed. These are the core elements of a strong good work ethic. A core element of work ethics is being honest about your successes and failures. Integrity. Be consistent in your thoughts, actions, and behavior. Fairness. Be fair to all. Treat everyone as equals. Alertness. Be aware and keep an eye on things. Openness. Share your ideas, results, and resources. Respect for others. Do the best to respect others' opinions. Reliability and dependability means being reliable about keeping promises for reputation. Determination. Embrace challenges positively and know that your role is to solve problems with purpose and resilience. Dedication. Put in the extra hours to get things right by attending to detail and excellence.
Accountability. Accept responsibility for one's action and outcome in all situations. Confidentiality. Any confidential information of documents you have should remain confidential. Responsibility. Take responsibility for your thoughts, actions, behavior, and work. Legality. Always work within the legal boundaries. Competence. Improve your performance and competence. Professionalism. How one dresses and presents oneself is such a very broad category that it encompasses all the elements of a work ethic. Humility. Acknowledge others' contribution and share credit for successes. Initiative. Do not be afraid to put forth your ideas or volunteer for work.
Good governance is essential to economic growth, political stability, and security of an organization. It accelerates economic growth as well as promoting the work condition of everybody in the organization. Good governance is at the heart of any successful business. It is essential for a company or organization to achieve its objective and drive improvement. What does governance mean? Governance is a system and process, not a single activity, and therefore successful implementation of a good governance strategy requires a systematic approach that incorporates strategic planning, risk management, and performance management. Like culture, it is a core component of the unique characteristic of a successful organization.
Why good governance is important? The reasons why organizations should adopt good governance practices are: first and foremost, to preserve and strengthen stakeholder confidence. A supportive stakeholder base can generate benefits for the organization through social and emotional support. Secondly, to provide the foundation for a high-performing organization. The achievement of goals and sustainable success requires support from an organization. Good governance should support management and staff to be the best they can be. Lastly is to ensure the organization is well placed to respond to a changing external environment. This process of understanding our changing world requires leadership, commitment, and resources from the governing body to establish and maintain such a system within the organization. Good governance is an approach to government that is committed to creating a system that protects individuals' human rights. According to the United Nations, good governance is measured by the 8 following factors.
Participation is to manifest as a strong civil society and citizen with the freedom of association and expression. Rule of law is exemplified by the impartial legal system that protects the human rights and civil liberties of all citizens, particularly minorities. Transparency means that the citizen understand and have access to the information that are provided in an understandable and inaccessible form. Responsive simply involves the institution response to their stakeholders with a reasonable time frame. Consensus-oriented is demonstrated by an agenda that seeks to mediate between needs, perspective, and expectation of diverse citizenry. Equity and inclusiveness depends on ensuring that a community must feel included and empowered. Effectiveness and efficiency is developed through the sustainable use of resources to meet the needs of a society. Sustainability refers to the both ensuring social investment carried through a natural resources are maintained for future generations. Accountability refers to the institution being ultimately accountable to the people and one another. The basic duty of employers is to provide and maintain a working environment that is safe. They also ensure that the use and storage of chemicals, workplace, and facilities are safe. Provide information to the workers so they can work safely. While at work, a worker must take responsible care for the health and safety of their own and others. It is their responsibility to comply with reasonable instruction given by their employer and control of the workplace.